Hello everybody, Conscientious Reefer here, and in today's video, it's a little more somber topic, not usually the stuff I cover, but I ended up losing my pair of clownfish, the true Perculas. I'll throw some videos and pictures up on screen of what they looked like, but I ended up losing them, I think about, 4 or 5 days ago, maybe a little longer. Can't quite remember, but I'm not sure why I lost them. That's why I'm kind of going to YouTube. The only new introductions to the tank were this this Acropora, and then this elegance coral was in there about for like maybe a week with the clownfish, and they were fine the whole time. And a couple days before the clownfish died, I noticed that they were starting to host the elegance, and I thought that was really cool. Um, I didn't plan to keep the elegance in the tank. I was planning on selling it because I fragged the elegance, so I just was gonna let it heal in my tank and then sell it. And the next day after I noticed that, the female clownfish was up, with her head facing up and just bobbing and breathing really hard, and then she died within hours, and the male clownfish died the next day, and I honestly have no idea what happened. No new fish were introduced. I obviously had a lid on here. I took the lid off because there's no fish in there right now, but I'm not sure what happened. I tested all my water. The salinity was fine. It was 1.025. The nitrates were 20, and the phosphates were 0.23. The pH was 8.1. Ammonia was 0. I'm not sure what happened. When the female was really struggling in that first day I caught it, I did a emergency 50% water change, and I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if some contaminants got in the tank. So I have no idea what happened. The water parameters all looked good. There was no other fish in there. There was only the pair of clownfish, so I couldn't cross reference the two, if the other fish were doing okay. So I'm not really sure what happened. My theory, and it's very, it can't really be proved, but I think they were starting to host elegance coral, and maybe that had something to do with their deaths. I'm not sure. You can literally go on YouTube and search up clownfish and elegance coral, and you'll see clownfish hosting elegances, and they're completely fine. So I honestly have no idea what happened. It was like they couldn't breathe, like they couldn't catch their breath. I'm not sure what happened. I'm just going to YouTube, see if anyone, could provide me with any sort of answer. It's kind of a bummer because clownfish can live 10, 15, even 20 years in some cases in captivity, and I only had that pair for like a year and some change. So just a bummer now. So now the tank's fallow without fish. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm gonna leave it fallow for a little longer. Maybe I'll throw in a cheap fish and see like a damsel or something and see how the tank does with just that. See if it succumbs. But if there was something really bad in the water, I don't think the corals would like. This is how the tank looked like when the clownfish were dying. Like the corals looked great, good extension. The polyps were out on all the corals. Like they were opening. I'm at kind of a loss. Temperature also, I forgot to mention, it was fine. You know, so honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe it was a lack of oxygen, which maybe I don't really see how because corals were photosynthesizing, putting oxygen back in the water. I had the pumps going and I had a protein skimmer on that ran overnight. It stays on 24/7. So I don't think it was lack of oxygen, but I honestly just have no idea. I just wanted to share, most people you only see the good and you never really see the bad. But, I want to be honest and share everything with you guys. But I think that's it, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It shows me that you enjoy these videos. And yeah, if you have any idea what possibly could have happened, let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. But till then, bye, guys.